United States has officially passed a bill to replace the FedNat payment system with an XRP ledger-built system set to inject trillions of dollars. And while this information has not 100% been confirmed, we have confirmation that XRP in the next couple days may hit over $227, and in the next couple of weeks over $10,000, closer to around $35,000. And this was reported by Ripple's own CEO and founder, Arthur Brittu, which envisioned XRP's potential at $10,000 with global scalability and highlighted that XRP was designed for $10,000 and must be scalable to accommodate 7.5 billion people. Now, we need to get into exactly what's about to trigger over $10,000 to $35,000 per XRP and inject over $228 trillion in a matter of mere 48 hours or 2 days. But before we do that, we've actually partnered with Apple to give every single person watching today's video up to $100 worth of free money for you to buy more XRP with. So you could literally get up to $100 worth of XRP right now to every single person watching this video by liking, subscribing, sharing, and most importantly, sign up on Apple using my link in the description and do a transaction. The whole process will take less than 5 minutes. It's literally free money. I definitely recommend it. And with that being said, let's get right into today's video. XRP is currently $3.14, but in the next 48 hours or 2 days, this is about to change, and XRP is about to experience one of its largest breakouts yet due to over $228 trillion being injected into the XRP ledger. And before we do, delve deep and get right into the details, I want to make you listen to this video and actually another one. And it's all related to the United States government shifting their focus towards XRP and injecting the trillions of dollars.
And I go, why do these banks even need to exist? What is it that JP Morgan Chase does, that DeFi, that blockchain can't do better, cheaper, more efficiently, more transparently? Hence really the creation of this idea and really hence my entrance into, the cryptocurrency world. And I think it's going to solve a lot of problems. The SWIFT system in this country is absolutely broken. Every week I'm waiting for a wire transfer to come in at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon or trying to send one out. It's slow, it's lethargic, it doesn't make any sense. You look at what digital currency can do. You look what a digital currency backed by the US dollar, backed by US treasuries that can be sent anywhere on earth instantaneously, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week can do. It's going to revolutionize finance, and we're very excited to be on the forefront of it. And I go, why do these banks even need to exist?
Markets like Japan, I think, are still unlocking. The market opportunity here is massive. You have trillions of dollars flowing cross-border globally. It's still largely dominated by the SWIFT network, if you will. And that's architecture, that's a technology architecture that was developed 50 years ago. There's an opportunity to modernize. That takes time, particularly when you have a government in the US kind of combating that innovation. But that's changing now. The Trump effect, if you will, is profound. You're seeing that in asset prices, but you're also going to see that in the adoption of these technologies.
Yeah, and I think, so when you're looking at the growth story then of Ripple, does it still come from overseas, or are you expecting a change in terms of domestic interest in Ripple?
Well, we're definitely already seeing a change in the domestic interest. The 6 weeks after President Trump was elected, we signed more deals in the United States than we had in the previous 6 months. So these are very innovative technologies. I think they're going to play out over 10, even 20 years in terms of how they integrate and rewire the financial infrastructure of the United States. That's across payments. That's across even the settlement of maybe real estate transactions, securities transactions. So I think we're going to see this play out over a long arc. But the United States is finally unlocked, and I think people are underestimating how big that change is, and you'll see that continue to play out this year.
Yeah. Now,
I have an executive order for your attention relating actually to government payments. Historically, checks issued by the Treasury are, I believe, 14 times more likely to become the subject of fraud than electronic transfer payments. This is an executive order that's going to push the Treasury Department to modernize its payment system to ensure that where possible they're using electronic methods of payment as opposed to paper checks. in order to reduce waste, fraud, and abuse in the government, which is obviously an endeavor that we've been pursuing in numerous aspects of government under your leadership.
It's basically modernization of equipment and methods, and it's something that really I think he's going to be a great Secretary of the Treasury wanted, Scott, and so we're doing this, and we have other modernization programs going on. We could let somebody else, whoever's next, whoever that may be, do it, but it's something that should have been done 25, 30 years ago. Okay.
Now this is it. This is what's about to bring the price of XRP into the thousands of dollars. The XRP ledger is set to unlock the ability for over $228 trillion in institutional real estate to be brought on-chain through the XRP ledger asset program. So again, keep that in mind because this is the trillions of dollars that are about to be injected. This milestone will enable an estimated $228 trillion in institutional real estate currently managed off-chain to be tokenized and integrated onto the XRP ledger via the Realy token, signaling a transformative movement in the global real estate market's shift toward blockchain adoption. Now, there's one thing to be noted, and that is all of the money will flow through the Realy token built on the XRP ledger and then reach the XRPL. Now, this is huge because people are going to become multi-millionaires off of the Realy token. If you take a look at this thing and you do even a tiny bit of research, you'll realize that it's currently sitting at about 4.5 cents, which is dirt cheap. You got analysts and experts confirming that this thing is going to skyrocket, and I mean reaching $100, $600 in a matter of a day, overnight, instantaneously on August 18th, potentially reaching $20,000 to $30,000 in weeks. How is that possible? Well, because of its very, very low supply. We're talking about a very low supply of 100 million phase 1 supply. Already 50% of that is burned. Guys, there is almost no more Realy token left, but the demand is still skyrocketing massively. And it's only just begun as institutions actually begin to jump on board the XRP ledger, specifically through Realy token. I mean, this thing is literally backed by major institutions, and they're, again, still only getting started. Like, there's very strong support here, very low resistance. Like, we are talking, the scale here is for every 10,000 you making millions of dollars. Why is that? Well, once again, it's because of the very, very likely chance that a supply shock would emerge as a result of massive demand and a shrink in the supply. In fact, if you take a look at this right here, this is the Realy token. Look at the charts, guys. We are about to cross all-time high. But it's received a 9.4 out of 10 overall score, a 100% BENX score, a 100% KYC score, top 3 holders, low risk, again, amazing. And you take a look at the wallets, guys, this thing is insane. So yesterday we talked about them being at 2,500. Today they're just about to cross 2,900. I mean, this thing is growing at a rapid scale, and it's only going to continue to increase as people see it, because again, instantly when you see it, you know this thing is generational. That, of course, we're all financial advisors, not financial advice, it was your research. But this is huge in the fact that this is a utility-based project that is going to skyrocket. In fact, it's backed by a massive institution, Realy, and obviously they use the Realy token. But this is a real estate and payment solution using the blockchain, but it's huge in every way, shape, and form. Now, if you take a look here, you click on Realy token, it brings you to all the spots you can buy Realy token at, all their decentralized exchanges. And if you look at their D app, then you'll see it brings you to the Realy chain, which again is massive because it allows you to create your own digital real estate token. You can actually buy the Realy token, buy XRP, but most importantly, you can literally buy assets with it. So you can buy homes and earn rewards in the process. If you want to rent a house, you can earn rewards. If you're buying a house, you can earn rewards. Again, it's a very, very good system. In fact, I'm going to be leaving the links for everything down below in the description. I mean, I think it's huge, huge opportunity right here. But again, I'm not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. You can always do research. Now, guys, with all of that being said, I want to generally conclude the video. I don't want it to be too long. But there's a lot of fascinating things happening for the XRP ledger. Don't forget to like, don't forget to share, subscribe, sign up on upload using my link in the description to do a transaction to get up to $200. And if you want to get in on some potentially massive opportunities Real Token is definitely one of them that I definitely recommend you take a look at. I'm not saying do anything other than take a look, because you might just like it. So with that being said, I'll see you guys next time. Have yourself a great rest of your day, and peace.